Sairams. Pranams to the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagawan. Am I audible?
Yes or no?
For me, yes, we can hear.
Today we are going to see the 206th Nama, Sarva Tantra Swarupa. Sarva Tantra Swarupa. Actually, it is the Vagdev is given this Nama as Sarva Tantra Rupa. Sarva Tantra Rupa. She who is also goddess of all tantras, which is another method of worshipping Lalita Parameshwari. Ambal, whose form or nature is all tantras. We can worship Ambal in the form of mantra, yantra, tantra. Mantra, what we are reciting the Lalita Sahasranama. Yantra is Sri Vidya, Sri Yantra, and keeping Mahameru also. And tantras is a different method of invoking Ambal. Lalita Parameshwari is the embodiment of every method of worship. Spiritual discipline and sacred system, validating all authentic paths to liberation. That is including mantra, yantra, and yoga also. She is the path and the destination, representing the complete system that expands consciousness and protects the seeker. That is Tantra. Any sincere, disciplined application of a spiritual method, any sincere, disciplined application of a spiritual method, whether it is yoga, or ritual, or meditation, or bhajan, or anything, is a direct connection to her. The ultimate unity of the seeker, that is you, if you are a seeker, the ultimate unity of you, the sought, that is Devi, and the process of seeking, the ritual or the method, is called Tantra. Ambal appears in all tantric practices. Mostly the tantric method of practices are in Kerala. They worship any god, let it be Murugan or Shivan or Devi or Vishnu. They invoke the deity in the tantric way. She is the spirit of all tantras. In Sanskrit, the word tantra means woven together. Mantra, yantra, and tantra are all Sanskrit words, each defining an element of worship. Mantra refers to a combination of words that is chanted in a particular order. On chanting these mantras, the desired results can be achieved. That this mantra chanting is for a common man or a ordinary layman to enter into the spiritual path. The word tantra is literally meaning strategy, groundwork, doctrine, from Sanskrit. This is what Swami said. What is the glory of this Lalita Sahasranama? Why so much of importance for this Lalita Sahasranama? It refers to powerful spiritual acts that are used to let ourselves free from problems and for the enlightenment of the soul. Here, Tantra defines rituals and meditation acts that can be used to get the freedom from uncontrollably recurring problems. I have a severe problem for years. problem is not getting solved. What to do? Kanchi Mahapariva, once a devotee went to Mahapariva, and she was crying. She was crying to Mahapariva, Swami, I have severe headache for the last 15, 20 years. I am not able to sleep. I'm getting a lot of anger because of my pain. I'm shouting my husband, my children. I underwent a lot of treatments also, but it is not getting cured. What to do, Swami? Then Mahapariva advised, in the past, you have made a great sin of always scolding your husband, always cursing your husband and children. For no reason, you shouted them. That you are suffering now. Even in this birth also, you are shouting your husband all the time. You are cursing him. So that is why the problem is not solved. Do one thing. Go and respect your husband. Give due respects to him. Love your children. Then recite Lalita Sahasranam whenever it is possible for you. Maybe first 1 year it will be very difficult for you. But gradually you will see that your problems will be solved. So she fell at the feet of Mahapariva and she went home. She apologized and she got the transformation. She got into the light of Ambal and she started reciting the Lalita Sahasranamam every day. Thrice a day she started reciting. Within a year she got relief from her 20 years of headache. And immediately she came to Mahapariva and she said, Swami, I'm perfectly all right. You have to recite throughout your lifetime. That is the medicine. If you stop again, you'll get the headache. So every day she is reciting 9 to 10 times and she is getting lot of knowledge also. A vast transformation happened. That is the power of mantropasana. So the tantropasana procedures have the highest complexity. Tantropasana is a very complexity one and most difficult to practice in Kali Yuga. You have to keep yourself separately. You should not mingle with people. You have to always invoke a lot of methods inside to invoke the tantra. So that is very difficult. So devotees should therefore take the highest precautions in practicing tantra. So only in Kerala, morning 3 o'clock they have to go and take bath in the pond and they have to recite Gayatri Mantra 1,000 times. At least 1 hour they have to recite. They have to come back. Again they have to take bath. Again they have to do the Mudrobhasana. They have to practice the mudras. And they have to invoke the Tantra Devis. And once the Tantra Devis are inside, then they will invoke the main god and will bring all the Tantra Devis into their body, into their fingers, and they will do all these mudras and all. And these Tantra Devis will speak to the god. They will speak in between the person and the god. So it is very difficult. So it is the highest precautions to practice this Tantra, where only in Kerala they practiced and still they follow. 207th Nama, Manonmani. She who is the result of mental thoughts and actions. Mano means manam. Manam means mind. Mani means light. She who is the result of mental thoughts and actions. Manonmani is a spot between the eyebrows. This is called Manonmani, where we keep the vibhuti or chandan or kunkumam. This is called the Shakti of Shiva. Shakti of Shiva. In this place, there is neither subject nor object spotless. In the Yoga Shastra, what it says, it's a kind of mudra. By this process, the eyes neither close nor open, by which breath is neither inhaled or exhaled, and the mind is blank, neither speculating nor doubting. It is directed to the Manonmani. By concentration, dharana, of your attention, you increase your mental power. Uddharanam, dharana, uddharana. Uddharana means the moment Swami think, immediately he can, the material will come into his hand. Vibhuti will immediately come into his hand. The lingam or lockets, anything will come into his hand the moment just he think. It is called uddharana. Dharanam, uddharanam. Dharanam is thinking, uddharanam is materialized. So, Ambal is Manonmani. The moment she think, immediately she will give the happiness, prosperity. And even she will give her vision also. That is why Ambal is called as Manonmani. Ambal is praised as Manonmani because she represents the supreme, transcendent state of consciousness that exists beyond the mind. She is considered the mind of the mind. She is considered as the mind of the mind, symbolizing the awakening that occurs when awareness is raised to the highest possible state, facilitating the transition from limited human intellect to divine wisdom. Manonmani means one who endows the mind with supreme knowledge, one who endows the mind with supreme knowledge, and signifies a state of consciousness that is above the ordinary human being, freeing it from attachment, pasha. See, three ways we can connect ourselves with Bhagawan. Bodily we can connect with Bhagawan. How? By doing seva, physical seva. We can connect ourselves with Bhagawan. Mind, by doing meditation, by doing chanting, one can connect with Bhagawan. Soulfully you can connect with Bhagavan also. Once, that is highest level. That is, if you surrender your soul to Bhagavan, your soul will automatically get connected with Bhagavan, and all the time Bhagavan will be with you. You can easily talk to Bhagavan, and Bhagavan will also talk to you. So in three ways, body, mind and soul are given only to connect yourself with Bhagavan. So one who endows the mind with supreme knowledge. So if your mind is good to connect with Ambal, she will send her divine knowledge to your mind. And finally, your mind will get connected with Ambal. So she is gentle, very peaceful and auspicious form of Shakti who brings mental peace. Clarity, she will give clarity and the ability to focus. You will get a lot of good opportunity to focus anything. She will give the clarity in your mind. Manonmani is the Shakti of Sadashiva. She embodies the three main Shaktis, Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti, will, knowledge and action. She is invoked to destroy the ignorance within, acting as a force that purifies the devotee's mind and brings them towards eternal bliss. So this is the meaning of this Nama, Manonmani. Then 208th Nama, Maheshwari. Maheshwari, and here it is, the Vagdeva is mentioned, Maheshwari. She who is the consort of Maheshwara, Lord of everything. the spouse of Mageshwara. The Shruti says Mageshwara as transcending the three gunas. Transcending the three gunas. In his dark quality, tamas, he is called Rudra. In his dark quality, tamas guna, he is called as Rudra, the destroyer. In his passionate quality, Rajoguna, the one born from the golden egg, Brahma. In his pure quality, Sattvaguna, he is the all-pervading Vishnu. Devoid of the three qualities, Nirguna, he is Mageshwara, Nirguna Parabrahma Swarupa. He is Mageshwara whose emblem is called Lingam, that is worshipped. From the slokas 54 to 57, namas 54 to 57, speak of the greatness of Amba. So it has many words containing Maha, meaning great, like Mahadeva, Mahalakshmi, Mahavishnu. And never this Maha is used for Brahma, Mahabrahma. There is no word called as Mahabrahma. It is only Brahma. Mahadevi, 209th Nama, Mahadevi. She who is the concept of Mahadeva, God of all gods. The great Devi, great whose body is immeasurable. The Devi Purana says her body is immense and cannot be computed by any measurements. The root Maha means worship. Hence she is termed as Mahadevi. 210th Nama, Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi is the origin of everything manifested as the three gunas. While the 1000 names of Lalita Sahasranamam focus on various aspects of Lalita, this Nama Mahalakshmi here is referring Lalita Parameshwari, who gives all the prosperity, happiness to her devotees. Different forms of Lalita Parameshwari as Mahalakshmi and Mahasaraswati are reflecting Ambal's Karuna Kadaksham as Mahalakshmi and Jnanam as Mahasaraswati, goddess of wisdom. She is Mahalakshmi and she is Mahasaraswati. Lalita Parameshwari assumes the form of Lakshmi to destroy the army of Mahishasura, and later the demon himself and assumes the form of Saraswati to kill various demons such as Raktabija, Dhumralochana, Chanda, Munda, Nishumba and Shumba. Lalita Sahasranamam, sincerely seeking refuge in Lalita Parameshwari, is considered of the highest order. She is above and beyond all gods and other gods, that is Paradevata. Reciting the Lalita Sahasranamam sincerely and every day gives complete protection to the devotee throughout their life until they pass out peacefully to merge with her Bindu, that is the red spot, to break the cycles of birth and death, never to be born again. As Lalitambal praised as Mahalakshmi, chanting of her glorious names in Lalita Sahasranamam will bring prosperity, wealth, happiness, and abundance. Chanting her name simply eradicates all sorrows and miseries of life caused by poverty, pain, and misfortune. With experiencing wealth, her wheel of Maya slowly diminishes and makes the devotee to seek the grace of Lalita Paradevata. Her namas removes all negative energies, instills positive vibrations through chanting her names, helps attain calmness of mind, and ultimately leads to Jivan Mukti or Moksha. Finally, Lalita Sahasranamam, sincerely seeking refuge in Sri Lalita Parameshwari is considered of the highest order. Ultimate goal of the seeker is to realize the essence of I am that Tattvamasi. I am that means Tattvamasi through Lalita Sahasranam. Now Swami revealed the form of Trikala Devi. Trikala Devi. Many of you would have not heard this Devi form. Trikala Devi. Swami revealed the most important form of Lalita Parameshwari, Trikala Devi, who is none other than the three Shaktis of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. So she is called as Trikala Devi. Mount Kailash. One day on the Mount Kailash, Lord Shiva resides while Lord Shiva was with Parvati Devi and Shivaganas. Brahma paid a visit to Mount Kailash. On question, what brings Brahma to Kailash by Mahadeva? Brahma said, Maheshwara, as you are aware, Rakshasa named Andhakasuran in tormenting the Devas. Upon listening to that, Lord Shiva remembers Narayana. Then Lord Narayana appeared immediately in front of Maheshwara. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, all three Devas were present and were discussing. All of a sudden, when three gods were seeing each other, a woman was born by the yogic power of three gods, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Just they were seeing each other, immediately a flashlight came. A woman was born by the yogic power of three gods, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. She was in combination of three complexions, black, white, and yellowish. Trimurtis asked that woman, Hey Kanya, who are you? How are you here? And why are you here? How you came all of a sudden? Who manifested you? Then responded saying, Hey Trimurtis, I am form of Shakti. I am Shakti Swarupini and I am Lalita Parameshwari, who is born out of yogic powers of you three gods. All your three yogic powers are in the form of me. After listening to her words, all Trimurti Devatas were happy and named her Trikala and said, Hey Trikala Devi, because she knows all the past, present and future. You keep protecting the worlds because you have powers of all Trimurtis. You are having different complexions on your body. Upon your different powers and different karmas you do in future, you will be having more names, said Trimurtis and blistered. And immediately Sadashiva, that is Shiva, called her and said, You are Trikala and Trikala also. She was so happy and she asked the explanation why she is also called as Trikala. You have three kalas. The kalas of destroying the past karmas of a devotee, correcting a person not to indulge into any bad activities, and removing, protecting him from the future sins also. So you are called as Trikala. So Shiva called her Trikala and Trikala. So here Swami mentioned Trikala Devi. After three Devas, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara blessed her, Trikala Devi emerged into three different Devis, one with white complexion who carries Shaktis of Lord Brahma. She started helping in Brahma's creation. Then Devi with red color emerged in inherited powers of Lord Vishnu and was called as Vishnu Maya. So Trikala Devi is Vishnu Maya. Trikala Devi helped Brahma in creating the creations. Third form of Devi, Trikala Devi, who was in dark in complexion, was inheriting powers of Rudra, called as Rudreshwari, and helping Rudra in destroying the Asuras. Then the Devi with Brahma's inheritance went to Shweta Parvatam. She immediately went to Shweta Parvatam to do tapas with permission of Lord Brahma. Similarly, Vishnu Yoga Maya Devi went to Mantaradari mountain. And Yoga Devi related to Shiva that Visalakshi left to Mount Neela, Neela Parvata. So these three, that Trikala Devi separated herself into three forms. One went to Shweta Parvatam to do tabas, and one went to Vishnu Yoga Maya Devi went to Mantaradari mountain to do tabas, and Yoga Devi related to Shiva Visalakshi left to Mount Neela, Neela Parvatam to do tabas. After many centuries passed, when Lord Brahma wants to increase his capabilities and develop his creation, he was unable to concentrate and he was unable to continue the process of creation. When he was worried, what is wrong? He realized that Devi with Brahma yogic power was meditating and appeared in front of her. He appeared in front of her and asked what she wants, why she is doing the tabas. Then Devi with Brahma Yoga Shakti asked Lord Brahma that, hey Brahma, I cannot stay in one place always. I wanted to stay everywhere and all the time to help you in creation process. Then Brahma said, let it be so. From now on you will stay in every place, every time. You would be called as Sarvakata. You can be with me. One who is present everywhere. Then that Brahma Yoga Devi was merged herself into Lord Brahma. From then Brahma was able to continue his creation process more effectively, and all his creation had Brahma Yoga Devi, Trikala incarnation in them. Every letter, every sound is form of that Devi. That Devi is also called as Vagisha, Amitakshari. She is called as Vagisha, Amitakshari, Jnana Niti, and Vibhavari. She was called in these four names: Vagisha, Amitakshari, Jnana Niti, and Vibhavari. Vaishnavi Devi, Vishnu Maya, was doing penance, that is tapas in Mantara mountain. Due to her meditation and yogic power, there were many Kumaris born on Mantara mountain. Many girls were born. All these girls were incarnations of Vaishnavi Devi. All the Kumaris started a big yajna called Vaishnavi Kumari Yajnam for the well-being of the world, for the well-being of the girl children. One fine day, Narada visited place where Vaishnavi Kumaris were present. Lot of Vaishnavi Devi Kumaris were present and they were doing tapas. Then Devi Vishnu Maya, that is Vaishnavi Devi, asked, hey Narada Muni, what brings you here and where are you coming from? Narada said, Amma, I visited Brahmaloka, Indraloka, Raudrachalam. Brahmaloka, Indraloka, and Raudrachalam, and then came to your abode to see you. And after seeing her beauty and her lavish way of living, Narada left that place. From then, Vaishnavi Devi is also considered Mahishasura Mardini. She is Lalita Mahalakshmi. But the fact is, Devi Mahishasura Mardini was combined powers of many goddesses. And third, Devi who was in the dark complexion, became Bhadrakali, avatar of Lord Shiva, and helped in destroying evil in world along with Lord Shiva. Lalita Parameshwari is Madana Kameshwari and Shiva is Madana Kameshwara. After the emerge of Lalita Devi, all gods Brahma, Vishnu, Mageshwara reached to get the darshan of Lalita Parameshwari, who is incarnation of the Adi Shakti. Sorry. Brahma instructed Vishwakarma to build a city which is best than Amravati, that is Indraloka, for Lalita Parameshwari. Following the instructions of Lord Brahma, Vishwakarma did the same. In that he built a Simhasanam with Chintamani stones, which was shining as bright as sun. Simhasanam was so powerful, even a dumb and wicked sits on it, he becomes emperor of all the worlds. But there was a condition that unmarried people are ineligible to sit on the Simhasana. Only someone with great knowledge and wisdom would be eligible for the Simhasana. Lord Brahma started worrying now by listening the words of Vishwakarma. Only a married person can sit in this Simhasana. As Lalita Devi is the incarnation of Adi Shakti, she can be married only to Lord Shankara, but he was in dilemma on how to approach with the same. Then Lord Shiva incarnated and appeared as a young boy, 16 years old boy, in the best suitable form for Lalita Devi. Lord Brahma named that young Shiva, Bala Shiva, as Madana Kameshwara. All the gods, Brahma, Vishnu, approached Lalita Parameshwari, took Lord Shiva in the form of Madana Kameshwara. Lalita Parameshwari realized that Lord Shiva himself is in the form of Kameshwara Swami. As Brahma started the discussion of marriage, Lalita Devi replied, "Hey Brahma, I am independent in this life. I am self-decisive. I am bold. Who would really love to marry a woman like me?" Lord Brahma smiled and said, "Hey Lalitambika, there is a bridegroom present right here, but as you are independent, I leave the choice for you." Lalita Devi took a garland and threw it into the sky, which fell on Kameshwara. That is Kameshwara Swami. Lord Brahma and all other gods were happy, asked Lord Vishnu to conduct the marriage ceremonies for Lalita Devi and Madana Kameshwara Swami's marriage. In marriage, all the gods started offering following gifts to Lalita Parameshwari and Kameshwara. A bow made of sugar cane, Lord Vishnu gifted. A flower arrow, Ambal keeping a sugar cane. Lord Vishnu gifted a flower arrow. Varuna gave Naga Basham. Vishwakarma gave Angusham. Agni Bhagawan gave crown. Surya Bhagawan and Chandra Bhagawan gave earrings. Surya Chandra Kundalam. Indra gave a bowl. Kubera gave Chintamani. Lakshmi gave Chatri, that is umbrella. And Saraswati Devi gave Venjamaram, that is feather fans. Brahma gifted a flight named Kusumakaram. After the marriage, Lord Shiva, he himself being husband of Lalita Parameshwari, he offered himself to Lalita Parameshwari. All the gods being elated asked Lalita Parameshwari to kill Bandasura, due to which they all become homeless. Hence Lalita Devi assured everyone and gave a great hospitality to all of them in her city under her protection, and all assured the Bandasura would be killed by her soul. Bandasura Vadautyukta Shakti Sena Samanvita. Thus Lalita Devi took the Simhasanam which was built by Vishwakarma. From then onwards, Lalita Devi is also called as Madana Kameshwari. 211th Nama, Mrida Priya. Mrida Priya. Lalita Parameshwari expresses her fondness for Mrita. What is the meaning of this word Mrida? One of the many names of Lord Shiva is Mrida. The Nama contains two terms, Mrida referring to Lord Shiva and Priya referring to fondness. Devi is extremely fond of her consort Lord Shiva. Being the consort of Lord Shiva, Ambal gets the name Mridani. Ambal gets the name as Mridani. Shiva in turn gets referred to as Mridani Pati. Mritani is Lalita Parameshwari, Mritani Pati is Kameshwara. Husband of Mritani, husband of Lalita Parameshwari. And he is also called as Mridanisha. Mritanisha. There is a special Gayatri Mantra Swami given here to worship Mridanisha. When you start reciting this Mridanisha Gayatri, immediately, within a second, all the dirt in the mind, all the dirt in the body, and all the sins accumulated in the soul, the karma, since the karmas accumulated in the souls, will be removed. Is this Gayatri Mantra is for all? Swami said, it is me to decide who can recite. So Swami gave the mantra. In case if Swami is permitting me, I will give the Mridanisha Gayatri Mantra later. Once Swami is permitting me, immediately I will give the Mridanisha Gayatri Mantra, which will remove all your worries, the health problems, and the karmas which are accumulated in your soul will be removed. All these three will be removed. You will become the purest. Once you are become the purest, you will get the vision, the divine vision. You will be able to hear the voice of God, Devi or Bhagawan. So that is the power of this Mridanisha Gayatri. This Nama in Lalita Sahasranama Mridapriya is of extreme significance. Apart from the surface meaning, it also conveys an inner, more important message. In various names discussed so far, we have come across Devi being equated with Lord Shiva. This Nama brings out a new aspect of Devi. Her deep love of profound devotion towards her Lord. Mrida also means happiness. Once your karma is moved out from your soul is happy. Soul is getting the happiness. Once there is no worry in your mind, automatically happiness will come into your mind. Once if you are healthy, you will be very happy. So the more you chant the name of Mrida, you will get happiness in your body, mind and soul. A quality of Sattva Guna showing compassion or mercy, graciousness. Priya, of course, means one who is dear. This Nama means that Shiva cares this entire universe. And as his wife, Devi loves this act of Shiva. After all, she is the Supreme Mother. Bhagawan explaining here how this Nama Mrida is coming in Sri Rudram. In Sri Rudram, Shiva praised as Yata Yishu Sivatama Shivam Babuvode Tanavu Shivasaravyaya Tavatayano Rudram Ritaya. Yata Yishu Sivatama Shivam Babuvode Tanavu Shivasaravyaya Tavatayano Rudram Ritaya. O Rudra, by favor of your arrow, bow, and quiver, which have shed their anger and turned auspicious, please render us happy. That is why we should recite Rudram also, Mridapriya. Asavyo Vasatpati Neela Grivo Vilokhitaka Utainam Gopa Adrisam Mridharyaha, Utainam Vishwa Bhutani Sadishto Mridayadinaha. The black-throated Rudra, who has assumed the form of the sun that glows red when rising, him to the the woman carrying water, and all the creatures behold. He who is seen by all, let him send happiness to us. Yate Rudra Shiva Tanu Shiva Viswaga Beshaji Shiva Rudra Se Beshaji Taya No Mrida Jivase. Hey Rudra, by that form, if you are, which is peaceful and auspicious, more highly auspicious, since it is the happiness for human, for all the days, the more they recite your name, Mrida, 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 please bring more happiness to them. Please bring more prosperity to them. Most highly auspicious, since by the grant of knowledge and illumination, it utterly uproots ignorance and the entire misery of samsara. By that gracious form of your, make us lead a full and happy life. Mridano Rudrotano Mayaskriti Chetviraya Namasa Vitemate Sanjayos Chamanaraya Jay Pidadasya Matavarudra Pranito Mano Mahantam Udamano Arpagamana Mukshantam Udamana Ukshitam Mridano Rudrotano Mayaskriti. Rudra, confer on us happiness in this world and in the next. You who has destroyed our sins, we shall serve and worship you by our salutations. That freedom from sorrow which Manu sought for and the happiness which he obtained, we shall taste it if you are inclined and gracious to us. Then another word, Nama is coming in the Rudram. Namo Rudrepyo ye pridhivyam yentarikshe diveshamannam vato varshamashavastebhyo dasaprache dasadakshina dasapradiche dasodiche dasadvastebhyo namaste no mridayantu deyam dvishmo mridayantu. Those Rudras who dwell in the middle region between the heaven and the earth, for whom the wind furnishes the shaft, salutations to them. With the 10 fingers joined, I bow to them in the east, the south, the west, the north, and upwards. Salutations to them. May them render me happy. They whom we hate and they who hate us, I consign them into their yawning mouths. Those Rudras who dwell in heavens, to whom rain serves as a shaft, salutations to them. With the 10 fingers joined, I bow to them in the east, south, and the west, north, and upwards. Salutations to them. May then render me happy. He whom we hate and he who hates us, I consign them into your yawning mouths. Lord Shiva praised as, Shiva is called as Mrida. One who delights Mrityadi Ananta Yati iti Mritaha. Mrityadi Ananta Yati iti Mritaha. Saints, they don't crave for sensory pleasures, which is just a trickle compared to the ocean that is God. Bhagavad Gita says, when it is flood everywhere, does it make sense to look for a well? When it is flood everywhere, does it make sense to look for a well? Ambal is praised here as Sashvata Ananda Dayini. Ambal is praised here as Sashvata Ananda Dayini. Om Mridaya Namaha. He is Mrideshwar. Bhagawan Shiva is called as Mrideshwar. This Nama has now changed as Murudeshwar. Murudeshwar. A question may be asked as to why we look the most of the time when the fountainhead of joy, Mrida, is within us, and why his joy does not percolate into our being. The answer is we have become bad conductors. Magnet cannot be faulted if the piece of iron is rusted. We have to become good conductors. How? By satsang and sadhana, under the guidance of our Bhagawan, we can remove all the rust, that is the bad qualities, from our life. And Swami beautifully said about Shiva Parvati's marriage. Parvati Devi had fallen in love with Sadashiva, and she didn't know what she could do about it. She thought of Shiva all the time. One day, sage Narada came and told her, Shiva is only pleased with your tabas. Without tabas, even Brahma and other gods do not get to see Shiva. Why don't you perform tabas for some more time? So Parvati now decided to do. And Narada said, if you do tabas for some more years also, you can marry Lord Shiva. So she was so happy. Narada gave a good word to her. So Narada said, why don't you perform tabas for some more years also? Parvati immediately she decided to do what Narada had asked her to. She asked her parents for permission. Appa, I want to do tabas to marry my Lord Shiva. Amma, I want to marry. She went to Managa, her mother, and asked, Amma, I want to marry Lord Shiva. So I am going to sit in meditation. Immediately her father agreed with alacrity. Although her mother Menaka was not at all keen that Parvati should perform difficult tabas, she too eventually agreed. Finally she agreed. Okay, do tabas. Parvati gave up her jewelry and handsome clothes. She wore deer skin instead. Mantol anijindala. There is a peak in the Himalayas known as Gauri Shikara. Gauri Shikara. It is there that Parvati went for her tabas, to do tabas. The meditation was very difficult. Very, very difficult. During the monsoon, Parvati meditated while seated on the ground. In the winter, she meditated under the water. Wild beasts dared not harm her. All the gods and sages assembled to see this wonderful tabas. The gods and the sages also began to pray Lord Shiva. Lord, can't you see Parvati Devi is performing difficult tabas to marry you? They asked. No one has meditated like this before. No one will meditate like this in the future also. Swami, please grant her what she wants. Please go and marry her. Immediately, Lord Parameshwara responded their prayers. Lord Shiva adopted the form of an old Brahmana, Vayodigana, and appeared at Parvati's kutil. Parvati welcomed the old man and worshipped him with flowers and fruits. Pada puja elam panni ulla invite pandra. Why are you meditating, my dear child? The Brahmana, Lord Shiva in the form of Brahmana, asked Parvati Devi, why are you meditating? What is that you want? And Parvati immediately replied to this old Brahmana, I wish to have Shiva as my husband. Parvati replied, you are indeed stupid. The Brahmana said, you are a stupid. That is like giving up gold for a piece of glass. That is like giving up gold for a piece of glass or giving sandalwood for mud? Does anyone give up the water of Ganga and drink water from a well instead? Marry one of the gods instead. Go and marry Indra. Shiva is a stupid fellow. You don't know about Shiva. He is a stupid fellow. He has 3 eyes and 5 faces. His hair is matted and his body is smeared with ashes. அது ஒரு காட்டுவாசி மாதிரி இருப்பான். அவனை போய் நீ கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்கிறியா? உனக்கே இது ஒரு மூலகட்டத்தனமா தெரியலையான்னு he started scolding her. He wears snakes and garlands. He is always accompanied by ghosts. He has no clothes and no wealth. No one knows who his parents are. He lives in the forest and his throat is blue with poison. I think you are making a very big mistake. Forget about Shiva and don't waste your life. If you waste your life, you are the stupid. Brahmana's words angered Parvati. It is you who are stupid. With a lot of anger, she started arguing with the old Brahmana. It is you who are stupid, she said. You don't know a thing about Shiva. He is the Lord of everything. You have insulted my Shiva and cursed. Am I that I made the mistake of worshipping Lord Shiva? You are again going to say something nasty about Shiva. But before you can do that, let me go away. I shall not stay here to hear Shiva insulted. As Parvati was about to depart, Shiva adopted his own form and said, Hey Parvati, in a very sweet voice, Shiva called, Hey Parvati, where are you going? I thought that you were praying for me. With the sweet voice, immediately she turned and she saw the beautiful Shiva was standing. You can't forsake me now. I am not going to let you go. Come here, ask for a boon. Please marry me according to the prescribed rites. She begged, Ambal begged, please marry me according to the prescribed rites. Shiva blessed her. Shiva agreed. Parvati returned home. The marriage Shiva called the 7 great sages, Saptarishis, and asked them to go to Himalayas as his messengers. The message was that he wished to marry Himalaya's daughter Parvati, Haimavati. Himalaya was delighted to see the sages and even more delighted to learn that Shiva wanted to marry Parvati. A date was fixed for the marriage. The day of the marriage dawned. Gandharvas, the singers of heaven, sang and Apsaras, the dancers of heaven, they started dancing. All the gods came to Kailasha to accompany Lord Shiva on the procession. Himalaya had also got ready. He had built many gates in front of his house and had placed flags on them. The beauty of Himalaya's residence at the time is impossible to describe. It was so beautiful, beautifully decorated. When the procession arrived at the residence, now Parvati's mother Menaka rushed out. She came out. She said, Let me see Shiva. She exclaimed, Let me see my son-in-law. My daughter Parvati has performed great tapas to obtain this beautiful Shiva as her husband. He must be exceedingly handsome. The first person Menaka saw was Vishwavasu. She immediately saw a beautiful man was standing there. She saw Vishwavasu, the king of Gandharvas. Vishwavasu was very handsome, and at first Menaka thought that this was Shiva. But when she was told that this was only a singer who entertained Shiva, She thought that Shiva would be more handsome. Oh, Vishwashwe இவ்வளோ அழகா இருக்கும்போது சிவன் இன்னும் இவ்வளோ அழகா இருப்பார் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சேன். Then her eyes fell down on the handsome Kubera, the god of wealth, and she thought that this had to be Lord Shiva. Kubera was more attractive than Vishwavasu, but Menaka was told that this was not Shiva either. Then came to Varuna, more attractive than Kubera. Varuna was more attractive than Kubera, but this was not Menaka's son-in-law, nor was her son-in-law, the great god Yama, handsome than Varuna. The handsome gods Indra, Surya, Chandra passed by, but Narada told Menaka that these were not Shiva. They are not Shiva. They were simply Parameshwara's servants. They are only servants. Menaka's joy knew no bounds. Oh, servants இவ்வளோ அழகா இருக்கான்னா சிவன் இன்னும் இவ்வளோ அழகா இருப்பார்னு அவளுடைய ஆசை ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கு. If these were the servants, what was the master going to be like? She mistook Brahma, Vishnu, and Brihaspati for Shiva, and each time Narada told her that she was wrong. Where then Shiva was? Finally, Shiva came, and Narada pointed him out to Menaka. See, Shiva is coming. At the sight of her son-in-law, Menaka fell unconscious. Shiva was surrounded by ghosts on all sides, Bhuda Kanangal. The faces were fierce, their complexions were dark, and they made a tremendous racket. Shiva himself rode on bull. He had 3 eyes, 5 faces, and 10 arms. Vikara Rupam. அவளோட கண்களுக்கு சிவன் விகார ரூபமா தெரிகிறார். He was smeared with ashes, and the moon adorned his forehead. He was dressed in a tiger skin, and the garland of skulls hung around his neck. No wonder Menaka fainted. When she recovered, she began to lament. She scolded Himalaya, Narada, and Parvati for her misfortune. Brahma, the other gods, and the sages tried to pacify Menaka, but no avail. I will not permit Parvati, my daughter, to marry this Shiva, Menaka said. I will give her poison instead. I will throw her into a well and kill her. I will chop her up into pieces with a weapon. I will hurl her into the sea. I will kill myself. I will get Parvati married to someone else, not to this Shiva. Parvati resolved, I shall not marry anyone other than Shiva. Is a jackal fit replacement for a lion? Vishnu then tried to pacify Menaka, but this did not succeed either. Finally, Narada asked Shiva to display his beautiful form, and Shiva obliged. Narada went and told Paramashiva, Swami, she is not convinced of seeing you in this form. Please come in your beautiful form, where you have shown your beautiful form to Parvati. And immediately Shiva obliged. This form is exhibited only to those who are very faithful to Lord Shiva. Everyone was charmed by this beautiful form, even Menaka. His body shone like 1,000 suns, and a crown sparkled on his head. His clothes glittered, and the luster of his jewels put the stars to shame. Menaka begged and forgiveness for her foolishness, and now there were no further obstacles to the marriage of Shiva Parvati. Under Brahma's supervision, the marriage ceremony took place, and Shiva and Parvati returned to Kailasha. Why Shiva not came to marry with his original body, but with a dark complexion? Here is a question. So I asked Swami, even when Shiva is coming to marry Parvati, he would have come in the original the beautiful form. Why Shiva came in this dark complexion? Why he made lot of confusions in the mind of Menaka? Swami said he wanted to test everyone that beauty is not divine. Shiva wanted to teach a lesson to everyone, all the gods and the human also. He wanted to test everyone that beauty is not divine, but divine is always beautiful. Beauty is not divine, but divine is always beautiful. Now Shiva wanted to reveal his complete divine light to Menaka. He then gave vision to Menaka to see about Nijarupa Darshana. She was speechless after seeing the beauty of Lord Shiva. Then Shiva explained about his Pratihareshwara Linga Swarupam. Pratihareshwara Linga Swarupam. He gave darshan of Pratihareshwara Linga Swarupam to Menaka only. One who doesn't want to darshan this Shiva commits his biggest sin in life and get rid of Nirmalya dosha. Indradeva sitting on Suddha Manasa asked Brahmacharya Parayana Kaubina Dharini. Indradeva sitting on Suddha Manasa asked Brahmacharya Parayana Kaubina Dharini Veena Vadana Tatvat Narata. That is, இதெல்லாம் ஒரு நாரதருடைய பட்டங்கள். பிரம்மச்சரிய பராயணாங்கிறது ஒரு பட்டம், a merit. Brahmacharya Parayana is another name for Narada. Kaubina Dharini. He will wear only a single cloth in his body. Veena Vadana. Magati Vene வச்சுட்டு வாசிச்சுட்டு இருக்கக்கூடிய நாரதர் எப்பவுமே. தத்துவத் நாரதா. எங்க போனாலும் ஒரு தத்துவத்தோட தான் அவர் ஒரு வேலையை செய்வார். அதனால் தத்துவத் நாராயணன். To tell the best place on earth to get rid of Nirmalya dosha. Then sage Narada said, Mahakalavanam is the most sacred place on earth. Narada said, Mahakalavanam is the most sacred place on earth. As soon as listening to that, Lord Indra in his Vimana fly to Mahakalavanam. While flying in sky, he saw Sashtikoti Sakastra and Sashtikoti Shatalingas. Sashtikoti Sakasra. Sashti na 7. Koti means crore. Sakastra means 1,000. So 7 into crore into 7. And Sashtikoti Shatalingas. So he saw 7 crores of lingas which were placed all across Mahakalavan. If we see one linga, we will get moksha. Indra is seeing Sakastrakoti Lingam, Sakastrakoti Sadrusha Lingam. All the lingas are spread up all across Mahakalavanam. Many great sages, rishis, Gandharvas entered Mahakalavanam, and while they were flying across the forest, there was Ganeshwara who was served by Yaksha, Rakshasa, Kinnara. Lord Indra wanted to know about that Ganeshwara. Lord Indra inquired about him and came to know that he is one of the greatest devotee who worshipped Lord Shiva in Mahakalavanam. His name is Naga Chandeshwara. Ganeshwara and the Ganeshwara illa, nama vanangra pilliyar illa, inga Ganeshwara vera. So Lord Indra inquired about him and came to know that he is one of the great devotee who worshipped Lord Shiva in Mahakalavanam, and his name is Naga Chandeshwara. Once he worshipped Lord Shiva in Mahakalavanam and pleased him, Lord Shiva blessed him and got a position as Shivaganas Naga Chandeshwara. Worship Shiva to get rid of his Nirmalya dosha. And he was free from that dosha after he worshipped Shiva in Mahakalavanam. From then onwards, that Shivalinga is called with name of Nagachandeshwara Shiva Ganalingam. Nagachandeshwara Shiva Ganalingam. As Nagachandeshwara Lingam later. Swami once materialized this Nagachandeshwara Lingam, not showing this Nagachandeshwara Lingam to anyone except to Ishwaramba, and he kept it in the Himalayas. This Swami revealed just now. Lord Shiva was telling this story of this Pratihareshwara Lingam to Devi Parvati. Lord Shiva describing all this to Parvati Devi. He also made Manaka to see everything in her vision. He permitted her to see everything in her vision. O Devi, you were daughter of Prajapati Daksha. And then you born as Himavanti. It Ambalta soltar, Parvati to soltar. Parvati, you were daughter of Prajapati Daksha. And then you were born to Himavanti in your next life. After our marriage, when we are in play of Rati for 100 Maha years, Deva, Indra and other gods were worried that my divine Shakti heat might burn all the worlds, and they wanted to stop it. Hence Agni Deva turned himself into a bird and cheated gatekeeper Nandi to enter into our place. And when all Devatas, including Indra and Brihaspati, requested me to stop the play, I stopped it. But my divine Shakti already to take birth, and he was Skanda, Lord Muruga. But Nandi was cheated. He felt dejected and was in great depression. Then Nandi went to Mahakalavanam and worshipped my Nagachandeshwara Ganalingam to get back his position as Pramadagana in Shiva's abode, because Nandi got rid of his guilt by worshipping the Shivalinga. That linga is named as Pratihareshwara Lingam. Pratihareshwara Lingam. With this, we completed the Nama 211. 212th Nama is Maharupa. Ambal here described in this Nama as the Mighty One. The Nama consists of two parts, Maha and Rupa. Maha refers to large and Rupam refers to form. Maharupam. Thus, this Nama refers to Devi as the one who is capable of expanding to a large and enormous size. Anoraniyat Makato Maniyat. Large means how large? Large as the universe. Then how large is the universe? While science puts the diameter of the observable universe at 93 billion light years, in the Vedic description, it is mentioned as 500 crore yojanas. Yet let us not assign any numerical value. Let us understand that Devi's size is too large, too mammoth, too enormous. The process of expanding, shrinking one's actual physical size is called Siddhi. They are 8 in number, Ashtama Siddhi. They are 8 in number, collectively called Ashta Siddhi or Ashtamaha Siddhi, such as Anima, Mahima, Lakima, Karima, like. In Ramayana, we find mentions of Hanuman deploying different siddhis in various times, at various times. Mahima is the siddhi that deals with expanding one's body to a huge size. Certain scholars differ in defining Maharupa as Mahat Rupa, in which the term Mahat stands for the first evolute of Prakriti, and Devi is both the cause and form, Rupam of it. The word Mahat derives its origin from Mahat Tattva, which is a concept in the Sankhya philosophy of Hinduism. The term Mahatattva refers to Lord Shiva. With this, we will finish this week class. We will see the 213th Nama in our next class. Saira.
Thank you, Sitaraman sir. Thank you.
Saira. Saira.
Sairam.
Sairam.
Sairam, Anna, thank you so much, Anna. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna.
Sairam.
Sairams. Sir.
In today's whole class, Bhagawan was present. Bhagawan was enjoying, and when I was doing some mistakes in some places, Swami's eyes went with a lot of anger. So please forgive me if any mistakes that I committed in this class. Saira, sorry.
Sairam, Anna.
Sairam, Anna, thank you so much. Thank you.
Lakshmi here.
Sairam Sitaramanji, Sairam.
Saira.
Anna, I have a doubt.
Sairam.
Not a doubt. I just want to get a correct thing. Trikala, you told, no? Trikala. The three forms, can you repeat again? Vishnu Maya, Rudreshwari, and one more.
Yeah, I'll post it. I'll post it.
Yeah. Okay.
That Trikala Sambanni. Ambal is praised as a Trikala Sambanni. That is, she can be worshipped through mantra, through yantra, and tantra also. That is, Sambandhi means connecting, Sambandham in Tamil. So you are connecting yourself with Ambal in three ways. Trikala Sambandhi means you can connect yourself with Ambal through mantra or through tantra. That is, if you are blessed to get the Sri Vidya Upadesham, you can connect her with the Sri Vidya Upadesham also.
Okay.
And tantra, yantra, mantra. In these three ways, you can connect yourself with Ambal. That is the what do you call the significance of that nama, Trikala Sambandhi.
Okay.
So adula vandu the moonla vandu Brahmaku she expand herself. Lalita Parameshwari expand herself into three forms. One, she is connected with Brahma. One, she is connected with Vishnu Maya, and one, she is connected with Shiva. That is Rudreshwari. So with the Brahma, Swami not specifically mentioned a name, but she is connected with Brahma. She then, once she connected with Brahma, she expand herself and she changed her form as Saraswati.
Okay.
அந்த ஃபார்ம் உள்ள போனதுக்கு அப்புறமா அங்கிருந்து சரஸ்வதியா அவள் வந்து உருவம் எடுத்துக்கிறா அப்படிங்கிறது தான் சுவாமி எனக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்தார்.
Okay.
That I will explain. I will post it in the Lalithamrutham group. Exclusively in Lalithamrutham group, I will post it.
Okay. Thank you. Sairam.
Sairam.
You